And we are back again, ladies and gentlemen. Sir, would you like to take us home?
Everybody, welcome back. It's another episode of the Uncommon Man podcast. I'm your host, David. This is Mike. What's going on, sir?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, man, what's going on?
Nothing much. Nothing much, dude. Just making poor life decisions as usual. You know, pissing money down the toilet when it shouldn't be.
Oh, man. That's fun. Always fun shit.
Especially in the middle of a fucking depression, you know. Making good investments.
Hey, you know, somebody got to keep shit afloat. So with your careless spending, I mean, you know, hopefully we're on the rebound.
You are so big picture.
But real quick, everybody, like, share, subscribe, share this, you know, comment, you know, all this helps. You know, it helps us get out there. It helps us reach new people. And also your comments are very helpful, you know, even for content, critiques, you know, you name it. So just keep everything coming through. And we're going to go ahead and start this thing off.
You know, one thing you learn about us, we're smart asses, but we are definitely open about it. So if you guys got good points, we want to hear them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it seems like everything's been going good. Everything's been going good your way. You know, we've been talking off camera.
Right.
So it seems like you got good stuff going on.
Yeah, exactly. And with, you know, it's good to hear that your family's getting ready to get back in the swing of things, especially, I mean, this whole school aspect is going to be a unique experience, but at the same time, like, the fact that they're at least doing kind of this little joint cohesion of where, by the sounds of it, it's just part-time that they're going to be going to school now, right? Just limited time.
Yeah, it's pretty much part-time. So they got like a blended schedule. Like, so you got three options. You got full go in school, you got blended, and then you got some people that opted for just straight up homeschool, which is fine. Even if they go to school full-time, it won't be as much kids there, even with people going blended. I'm pretty sure that they're kind of off schedule from everything else. So I don't know, dude. I mean, it's new. It's going to be brand new for everybody. It's going to be brand new for the parents. It's going to be brand new for the kids. But I mean, my son is full go. I mean, he's been out of school since March. I mean, that's a long fucking time for kids to be out of school. I mean,
and that's an active kid. That's an active kid too. So sitting around the house ain't exactly his MO.
Well, you know, I've been trying to keep him pretty busy. What I think since May. I mean, he's been training. I mean, constantly since May. I mean, even sometimes 2 times a day. You know,
nice,
I've been
dude.
trying my best. Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, I've been trying my best not to just have him just kind of sitting at home twiddling his thumbs. You know, I told him straight up. I was like, this is a time that any gaps you bridge them, because you know kids don't have the same opportunities or the access to different things that you have. I mean, he has 2 coaches. You know, my brother played pro basketball overseas. So all kids don't have that type of access that he has. And the kids don't have access to practice 2 times a day some days. So I told him, I was like, take full advantage. You know, people are not playing. People are probably not practicing because gyms have been shut down. I mean, you name it. So, you know, I've made sure that he's taking full advantage of everything.
So Cam's still running for hoping to be successful in basketball, right?
You know, it's something that he wants to do. So I'm going to give him every opportunity and benefit to be successful at that. But, I mean, of course, you know, I stay on him about his grades, all that good shit. So,
as you should, dude. Yeah, as you absolutely should. Yeah. So, I mean, we know for a fact, and it's almost cliche at this point, but, you know, as you get older, you look back and you're like, man, I really should have done – you know, you start playing the what if game kind of deal. But the one thing about it, man, is like I said, you're raising Cam right. And as long as that kid stays constantly active with stuff, he's going to appreciate it, because that becomes his conformity, like his mental conformity, like yourself and myself, where it's like whether I like to or not, I can't just sit around. Like, I have to be doing something. I have to be out fixing shit or playing sports or whatever. Like, one of my buddies was over the other day, and he was sitting there looking about our like we have all the video game consoles, but I buy them for literally one. Well, we buy them for one stinking game, and then we don't use them for 2.5, 3 years, and then. Then it's like these people are making a killing off us, like Sony and Microsoft and shit. Because all they got to do is put out like one good game that like kind of sparks up that old childhood, status quo. And you're just like, oh, hey, we'll go ahead and buy that. And you play it for a week and a half. And you're like, that was a fucking terrible idea.
Yeah, every time they come out, like every time they come out with something that's $59.99, right there, boom.
Yeah, right. Oh, by the way, you also have to buy the $600 console for it too. So enjoy,
bro. I think he ran upstairs. So for Christmas, I'm gonna give my son the new Xbox or whatever the fuck is out.
You better hope he doesn't listen to this.
Nah, you don't.
You better hope so, motherfucker.
So I'm just ready to drop that 600. It's just right.
Dude's just sitting there. He got that in his back pocket for 3 months, not saying shit. And then when you give it to him on Christmas, be like, yeah, I knew.
Man, kind of figured.
There's your excitement factor you get as he's unboxing it. Like, yeah, I was waiting for that. Thanks.
Bro, but I mean, honestly, dude, like Christmases, I don't know, it's never really that exciting anymore. It's just like, you're going to get something, you're going to get something that you really want because, dude, the way I spend my money is like, if I'm going to get something, it's going to be something that I know you want, something that I know you're going to use, you're going to play. I'm going to look at, okay, what you want. And I'm like, okay, he's not going to play with that. So fuck that. He's not getting that. So,
dude, were you ever,
like it, he's going to want it.
Anybody ever introduce you to the 24-hour rule? So every time, I'm still kind of a compulsive buyer, but I'm not as bad. But the way that I've weaned myself off from like young kid up till now with my investments and stuff like that is called the 24-hour rule. And that is like, if you walk past something in the store and you see it and you're just, instantaneously, you're just like, I need to have that. And it's like, you have to like recoup for a second and then go home and then sleep on it for at least a day. And then when you wake up the next day or you cruise throughout the day, you give it about a 24-hour process. And then you sit there and really just gather your thoughts and say, okay, do I really need this? Or was that just kind of the spur of the moment thing? And dude, I got to be honest, man, it's bailed me out of so many bad situations for just spending needless money on dumb shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so you talk about like a 24-hour rule. I got like a 3-month rule. Almost like I'll walk by something and I see it.
Got a 6-year rule.
I was just like, I was like, I'll get your shit later.
Yeah, I told my kid about the new Super NES that just came out.
Like, dude, like when you look at my phone and you look at my saved tabs and my internet, like, dude, that stuff has been saved for like 6 months or more. Dude, it's just like, I'll go back and look at it. I'm like, nah.
Dude, how many stacked internet tabs do you have? I have like 6 right now, and then that's only because I'll delete them. Yeah.
6.
Is that
almost 30?
What, dude? How does your phone operate, bro? How is that thing still kicking?
I kill the tabs and stuff like that, but I mean, normally, dude, I have like 30 tabs open, but it's like all stuff that I'm like interested in.
Yeah.
And I'll go through, I'll look at it, and I'll decide like, I can wait. I still can wait a little bit longer on this one. Go back and in about a couple of weeks again, I'll look at it again. I can wait. So that's why I got like 30 tabs open. I'm a window shopper to like the highest degree.
I get to fall asleep with a smile on my face tonight because I thought I was the bad one out of the two of us.
No, dude. Like, I'm so, like, anytime I make a purchase, it's like I have to weigh every cost benefit analysis. I mean, every now and then, yeah, I'll impulse buy, but dude, it has to have like some real value to it for me to buy it. I mean, everything that I've bought recently in probably like the last 6 months is stuff that it has to really have a meaning and benefit to my life. If it doesn't, I cut it out. I just don't do it because I don't have time, and like I work so hard for my money is I'm going to spend it in the correct way. because like I'm not doing all this to come out empty-handed at the end of the day when I do decide to stop what I'm doing.
Right. Dude, and then we have such like it is such a epidemic of people doing that stuff. Like right now, dude, have you seen the mass of car commercials that are on TV and shit like that? It's like who the fuck is really who the fuck is really able to just walk into a car dealership right now and just be like, I want that one?
So my brother-in-law, he works at a used car dealership. I mean, and I kind of talked to him about it because at first I didn't think nobody was doing it. But I mean, he said cars are flying off of the lot. He was like, I ain't slowed down one bit.
That's nuts, man.
People are buying, and I kind of see it too because, dude, you know where I live at. I mean, how many car dealerships are around the area where I live? Yeah, you can ride past there on any given day and see just all kind of people out there on the lot, either looking or shopping or whatever. I mean, people are buying cars, surprisingly. And dude, you see it. Like how many new car commercials have you seen? I mean, dude, Dodge
there's
makes
an
a new
abundance of them, bro.
Yeah,
it's
like
every
dude,
other fucking commercial, man. I mean, it's like, dude, like, would you guys lay off of us? Like, I'm not interested in your stupid Honda right now. Like, I'm trying to make sure that we can make ends meet. Like, take that CRV and put it where the sun don't shine you. Yeah.
Dude, Dodge makes a new Challenger every week that's faster than the one that they made last week, right, with just a few mods.
Yeah, by what? Taking like just an extra piece of the door panel out and shaving 5 pounds off every time? That fucking boat? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Don't you start with
dude,
it.
Well, I mean, but people buy in. Dude, they literally hook, line, and sucker, man. And it's just like, oh, yeah. So prime example, we got rid of Subaru, right? I mean, I'm not going to say that we all have our compulsive tendency. We just started out 10 minutes of podcast talking about that. But like, I was on the fence about wanting to get a vet, and I was sitting there and I'm like, yo, we're trying to get onto a giant chunk of property and start up our other side business while I'm still finishing up my degree in engineering, and we have no debts. Like we own everything at this point, thankfully. So it's like, why the fuck, you idiot? Like I literally had to look in the mirror or like be in the shower and just yell randomly, just like sitting there thinking about that kind of stuff. You know, like, is everything okay? It's like, yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just randomly like.
Vet is there's a abundance out there. And the people who buy vets, if they're not a collector, they upgrade it. So you'll find one easily.
Yeah. Well, but that's just it though. Is like, I don't want to spend the money on it. Like I really have to sit there and just self-reflect and be like, okay, dude, you have a goddamn Supra in the garage. What are you doing looking at buying a vet? That doesn't even have it's not even put back together. Like, finish that project. Or the fact that I just dropped 10 grand on a truck that I only paid 6,000 for initially. And I'm doing the work myself. This isn't even at a shop. That's how stupid I am. So, I mean, granted, this truck is going to be insane, dude. I mean, you've seen some of the parts that have come in on it. So, but that's kind of like my contribution to me on that one, though. I've had that truck since 2008. I was the second owner off the thing. I bought it, obviously, off the original owner. And, like, I just can't get rid of it. So it's at the stage now. Things are starting to get old. They're starting to deteriorate. I got to update them. So you start going through and you start picking stuff apart. It's like, that shit's old. That shit's old. And as you're pulling parts off, it's like, got to replace that now. So it's basically like one of those old mob movies where the guy has the little green visor, a cigarette in his mouth, and $22.36. The fucking all the diesel companies that I've been sitting there getting affiliated with, they're just like, this guy's great. This guy's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. This guy's a gold mine.
What an idiot. What an idiot.
You love when they ask you, so what are you working on? What kind of project are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they're thinking in their mind like, oh, yeah, let me add this shit on here for them.
Have you considered this at all, sir? It's like, well, yeah, I have. How much does that cost? Well, it's, I mean, it's a pretty decent price if you're looking for the cheap way. I mean, we don't know it's going to last very long, but if you're looking for the solid way, it's going to be about 16 times that. It's like, well, I'm not looking to go cheap, buddy. I'm not looking.
Sign me up, sir.
If you don't mind, too. I would also like to go maybe halvesies with you on an apartment. Can we move in together?
Yeah. Can you pay half a fucking rent?
Are you selling timeshares on the side too? That'd be great.
Oh Lord. But enough about us. Okay. Let's get into a little bit of football talk. There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on.
Sorry about that. We got cut off there for a second, folks. But yeah, no, we're gonna roll into sports for our next session. But we were like, hey, you know what? We've been on a good roll with this, so we might as well just continue with just life in general. So,
you down the road, yes, sir.
Stay tuned. We do have another good sports jap coming up for you guys here in a few. But yeah, dude. So, what about things with your house, man? So I know that you had kind of filled me in on a little bit. Why don't you go into detail on what's going on with your mortgage and everything?
Yeah, so when we last talked about it, we was about to go into our inspection. So I was kind of reserved, and so last Tuesday we went to our inspection. Everything went good. Like everything passed, flying colors.
Fantastic.
As far as the big major things, the roof, the plumbing, the electricity, the foundation.
Nice.
All that stuff checked out great. So, that kind of sent us on a high note. Last week, my mortgage guy emailed us and he was like, hey, it seems like everything's good to go. So we're going to go ahead and push the loan through for final approval. So just found out today that everything cleared underwriting. And so they're just getting the final closing docs ready to go to the title company.
Dude, that is
and
fantastic.
We go from there.
That is
it's fantastic news. Dude, I honestly have nothing to complain about. Everything is working out the way that it's supposed to go. Everything that I've been working so fucking hard for over the past couple of years has finally came to fruition. What's funny was before I applied for my mortgage, like I paid off the last two accounts I had from college. It's just like little petty debts that I had, like credit cards and stuff like that to help pay for books, whatever. So I paid those off before I applied for the mortgage, then applied for the mortgage, and like 2 days ago, everything updated. And so my credit score went up like 30 points.
Dude, awesome.
I was like, wait a minute. Can y'all rerun this real quick? It's like, rerun this so I can get a better score. Better interest rate and stuff.
Yeah, so did they do that?
No, they didn't.
Told you were locked in, huh?
They just took the low because back when he first did it, he was like, it's good for 90 days. So he submitted the loan package last week. My credit score updated 2 days ago, so they just sent the loan package that they had.
Yeah, tell me that isn't fucking.
It is what it is. Yeah, it would change what? As far as my down, it probably changed my down payment. As far as the interest rate is fluctuated with the market right now because we're not locked in.
You don't have a locked interest rate, dude?
No. We have a interest rate or whatever, but I think from what he told me was if it goes down, that it goes down with it. So I think right now the interest rate at like 2.9.
Yeah.
Right now. So that's good for me. But my interest rate won't go up from what they quoted me originally. I think that's the way I'm understanding it. But yeah, I could be wrong.
You need to double check on that before you close on this house and get yourself ass over elbows in debt, bro.
Oh no! Oh, of course. We'll check on it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off camera. But yeah, dude. Anybody that's listening right now, you've got a fixed interest rate, and then you have a fluctuating interest rate. And I'm just hoping he didn't get locked into one of those.
No, it's not a variable. I know that for sure. I know it's not a variable interest rate where it goes up and down.
Right.
But As far as what my score changing, I don't think it would affect the interest
No,
rate any. It would have affected the down payment,
no,
not the interest rate.
the way that it would adjust your interest rate is, say you went from like a 680 to like a 710. So as soon as you broke into like that 700 mark, then you go from like mass standard to very good, or I guess good standard to very good standard kind of deal. And that's when you could drop an interest, basically a full interest rate. So
Yeah.
like a full percent kind of deal. So go from like a 4% to a 3%. But you said 2.9 though. I mean, that's still pretty fucking fantastic. Actually, it's really fantastic, to be honest with
you. Yeah. So it's good, man. Dude, my wife, last week we was on vacation. Dude, when I say she like damn near sold everything out of our townhouse, dude, we're like operating on bare nothing right now. Like she sold so much stuff. And honestly,
Smart.
It was stuff. It was like stuff like, I was like, man, don't want this shit. I was like, we just fucking throw it away. Like, don't worry about it. I was like, we'll just take this and we'll just throw it away. We'll have somebody haul it off. And she was like, no, I'm selling this. Oh, dude, she jumped on Marketplace, uploaded pictures. Next thing you know, hey, we got to take this here. We got to take this here. Somebody's coming here. We have to meet somebody here. I was just like, who wants this shit? It's like, who wants this worthless shit?
Dude, Facebook Marketplace has to be it has to be Craigslist on absolute crack. Like what they dreamed Craigslist would be, Facebook Marketplace has actually achieved.
Perfected it.
Yeah. Dude, exactly, Matt. Dude, we've sold used mattresses on it. Not that they were shit or, I mean, everything we've sold has been quality, but it's like, it's stuff that we were just like, well, we can donate this and write this off on our taxes. And then as soon as we post it on Facebook Marketplace, like within the day, that shit sold. Crap TVs, stuff that's worth maybe $50. And people are just like, I'll give you $100 because that's still $300 cheaper in Walmart. It's like, okay, well, if people are that impulsive, dude, it all circles back. It all recirculates around impulsive buying, man. People are just out of control with it. It's like, there's a deal. There's a deal.
My son had a futon. I mean, dude, this futon was like probably like 6 years old, kind of dangly. It had some marks on it. Honestly, personally, and I didn't feel comfortable selling it. No, I didn't have sex on it. So, it looks like that was the face. She was like, no, I didn't have sex on it.
Well, that made it awkward.
But it was kind of like dangly. Personally, I didn't want to sell it because I was just like, I just don't feel comfortable selling it to somebody. But my wife was like, she was ruthless. She was like, nah. She was like, posted it already. Dude, with like that, somebody who had just moved into a house, it was like, hey, I'll buy it from like $30. Bought it $30 when it dropped it off, and she was like, this is just to get me by until I get something else. I was like, oh, okay, that's what I guess.
Just to let you know, just take care of it. That was a part of the family for a long time, and I just want you to appreciate it as much as me.
I was like, get this shit.
Like, just start fucking flicking holy water on it.
Yeah.
Like
bless this before you sit on it.
This is what this meant to us.
Yeah. I mean, so now, dude, like we're down to just bare nothing. So when we move, dude, I can rent like a little small U-Haul truck, nothing major, because we went out and bought new furniture.
Smart.
So that stuff is going to get delivered and stuff like that. So
we still have the Arkansas furniture here. My parents are like, well, why don't you just get new stuff and blah, blah, blah. It's like, because you're the ones that are telling us to get the fuck out of debt. Why would we go put ourselves back in debt? Like we paid off our mattress. We sleep on that. So I got no fucking problems paying for that. We don't owe anything on our furniture. It's like, it's fine. Like, I'm not going to replace it. So it's like, once we get into our new place, like once the house is actually built and it's in our name, it's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll consider at that point in time. And that's still going to take a couple of years. Like, these things have to basically have the backs of the seats literally just creaking and snapping in half, falling off before I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's probably time to go get new furniture.
Yeah, and that's kind of how we are with ours. I mean, when I bought it, it wasn't the best of stuff, but dude, I was single when I bought it.
Right.
And I thought it was a good deal. It was going to get me through until, I mean, because it's literally furniture for a single bachelor. But
Right. Yeah. I
life
remember that.
goes, I bought it, then I met somebody, then whoops, we got married. And so now it's trash
As you
pretty
do.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now that one's got some
good.
that one's got some mileage on it, doesn't it? No, dude, but you guys are doing it absolutely smart, bro. You got the house, you closed on all that bullshit, so you got nothing against your name for your credit score. You went and got new furniture. That's what you fucking do. You break in the new house. You break in your first house with your wife, your spouse, and you do that with stuff that's important to you guys. But like you said, the old bachelor shit.
American dream.
Right, exactly. Like the bachelor shit and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. You got it sold on Marketplace. But the thing about it, that in case anybody is still listening, that we haven't absolutely destroyed at this point from them being so bored, is the fact that you don't need to go spend money. You don't need to go look at what you have, and unless it's really just shit, just seriously, just reflect on it, assess it, and be like, you know what, dude, do we need to go spend the money here, or can we save this? Can we start stuffing it in the walls for the days that for the end days? start actually stuffing money for the NWO drops down, which apparently seems to be 2021.
Gosh.
All right, buddy. So I think that pretty much wraps up this one. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I know this was pretty much just us kind of catching up. It's been a few days since we've actually been able to just talk. So enjoy. Make sure that you guys do as we say, not as we've done, which is why we're still in our 30s now and trying to financially recover from a lot of dumb shit. So, hey, make it
start at some point. You got to start at some point.
Right, yeah. What is it? They're stupid and they're stuck on stupid. So, but,
yeah.
All right, buddy. So we'll roll on the next one. If you guys are paying attention, this has been another Yap session for us. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure that you like and subscribe. What else should they do, David?
Like, share, subscribe, follow. I mean, you name it. All that normal stuff that we always say. Again, comments, like, share, subscribe, hit us up, follow. We'll see you on the next one.
All right, guys.